One thing you could do when you're wanting clean fillets is a little snip of the neck here. By bleeding out your fish, you're gonna end up with fillets that don't have a ton of blood in them. So it makes filleting them a lot less of a mess. It's just a good way to do it, and the fillets are ultra white. So a good tip for you, if you're gonna be taking home some fish, before you head home, because you can't transport live fish, cut the gills or cut the neck out of them and let them bleed out. And you're gonna have the best fillets you could ever have on the way home. All right, once you get the fish home, what you really want to do is have a setup. This is my setup. Everybody does their setup a little bit differently, but I use an R12 electric knife, and then I have a Rapala fillet knife for doing the deboning. You want one bowl for your discard. There's a big bowl, and then I have another bowl with clean water and salt in it, and this is going to be for my fillets. So lay your fish down, get underneath the pectoral fin. You're going to cut down to the spine, then turn towards the tail at a slight angle, almost all the way to the tail, and then flip it over. Take the fillet right off the skin in one shot. So that's your first cut. That is your first fillet. Flip the fish over, under the pec fin again, down to the spine, turn, all the way down to the back, right almost to the end of the tail, flip the fillet over. And you're gonna take this fillet off the skin. You can see here, carcass. What are they eating? Look at this. You don't think they're eating gobies? Check this out. So clearly, our hunch was right. These fish are eating gobies. And you see there's some smaller minnows in there as well. So that's what they're foraging on right now. Take the fillet knife, which it makes it a lot easier to feel bones when you're using a manual knife over an electric knife. Electric knives are great for cutting through backbones and stuff like that, but really, having that little single knife really helps deboning the fillet a lot easier. You'll feel any tick on the knife, super sensitive. Feel your fillets, throw them into the salt water, there's your discard. And these are basically rib cages. Just a quick rinse, get all the salt off of them, and we'll prep them to go on the Traeger. Paper towels. So I like to put mine in a Ziploc bag. And what I'm gonna do is throw some ranch dressing in there, and then some fin and feather from Traeger. And then I'm gonna throw them on the smoker, which is an unbelievable way. If you're not into the breadcrumbs or the high carb thing, probably one of the best ways you can eat yellow perch. All right, they're firming up nicely. So I'm gonna move some of these over to the grill to get some marks on them. One thing about when you're doing the fish on the foil is it'll help it firm up. And them firming up is a good thing because fish is very flaky. But once they firm up, you can easily slide them over and get some grill marks on them. So I'm gonna do that. So once they're off of there, we're gonna give them one flip, another 5 minutes once we flip them. So all in all, this is gonna take 10 minutes the first time on the foil just to firm them up, slide them off 3-4 minutes off of the foil, and then a flip, 5 minutes on the other side, and they're done. They're gonna be perfectly flaky. But if you have never tried wood-fired yellow perch done this way, with the ranch dressing, with the fin and feather, you're completely missing out. It's something you definitely gotta try because it is one of my family's favorites. And I can't blame them. You can't get any fresher than this. But don't forget, even the good boy gets a piece.